What is up, MMA fans? This is Tudor Leonte for Sherdog here, and today I have the pleasure to talk with former Bellator MMA light heavyweight champion, Mr. Wonderful Phil Davis. Hello, Phil, and welcome back on Sherdog. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for your time, sir. How have you been spending your week since your victory over Yoel Romero in the Bellator 66 main event?
Just been getting caught up on a bunch of things around the house and with the family, and just relaxing, doing do a little workout. Went on a nice hike today. So
I believe that's great to hear that. I believe you are the fighter who landed most takedowns on Yoel Romero in a single fight. Everybody knows about your outstanding wrestling pedigree, but did you expect to have so much success?
Well, the goal was always to push the pace and to Yoel Romero, when he's tired, is he's a than Yoel Romero when he's fresh. So as those opportunities, as he gets more tired, I kind of figured that more of those opportunities to wrestle would open up, and they did.
You landed 5 takedowns on him that night, and that's even more impressive when you consider that he has been taken down only 7 times in his entire UFC career. I mean, that's quite impressive, right?
I'm proud of it.
And you should be proud of it. What was your strategy, going into that fight?
It was very basic. Here's how my camp, how we do things. We operate with a framework. We don't have like a game plan that's very detailed and very rigid. We like to operate with a framework. This is what we're looking for. When we gain these positions, we'll win. And then it's very open-ended, and we allow situations and variables to come up, and you deal with them just as they come. And it's kind of built into the process that things will happen, things will change, and you just roll with it. The game plan was never to try to get 5 takedowns on Yoel. It just get one really good one, of course. But to get 5, no, that wasn't the plan. But it really speaks to just keeping a high punch volume. Our goal was really just to secure the outside when he was southpaw, maintain a strong jab the entire fight. That's really just going to dictate the distance that we fight at, and kind of hold him at bay. Either way, he's going to throw his big left hand, but it's just kind of keeping him at bay and really just kind of keeping him at the angle we want him.
Before the fight, when you pictured Romero's fighting style, did you imagine that he would fight the way he did during, your fight?
It's hard to really get a good read on him. We didn't think he would fight as much orthodox as he did. But after I rewatched the fight, it made perfect sense. I'm very active along the outside corner of a southpaw, and that basically forced him to orthodox. And we know he likes to switch, but usually not for that long. So it was definitely a little bit of a surprise that he got pretty comfortable orthodox that fight.
It was Romero's first fight at 205 in a while. My question here is, do you imagine or did you see why did he have so much success at middleweights? And I would also like to ask, how do you think that how can he feel, into the 205-pound division?
I mean, truth be told, his game it translates well to light heavyweight. I mean, he could even fight a heavyweight MMA fight if he really wants to. Um, he, I don't think it'd be out of the realm of possibility. You know, he fights a very deep, like almost like DC. DC might be a little bit more active in terms of his punch variety, but he's very if he wanted to, he's a perfectly good light heavyweight.
Your victory was a split decision victory, and my question for you is, what did you think when the ring announcer said that one of the judges sided with your opponent? I mean, for me, it was pretty obvious and pretty clear, with all due respect to Romero, who fought his fight. But I mean, for me, it was quite obvious that you won that fight.
Right. And to be completely honest, Romero, it was obvious to him as well. There was literally like, one person confused, and it wasn't anybody at the ring. It was, it was odd. It was odd, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what people see when they watch fights. It's hard to say. It is hard to say. What is interesting? So this is like when I watch fights, this is what I notice from judging. So let's say the first round is a close round, and you're like, this is close, but I'm going to give it to the guy in the red corner, right?
Yeah.
If in the second round it's still close, but the blue corner makes it competitive, judges almost always give the second round to that guy. As long as he's competitive, they'll give it to that guy. Because then it's like, okay, 1-1, whatever happens in the third, you're the winner. And that, if it's razor close, that makes the most sense. So with that in mind, let's say that that judge gave Romero the first round. I still don't see how you would give him the second round. Like I don't see how you would do that. I don't know. But again, like I'm sure they have their criteria that they judge on, and I am not familiar with it. So what do you do?
Yeah, I know this is actually a current topic, an open topic, and it happens to me, to discuss almost weekly with fighters about judging criteria. I understand that it's not easy to be a judge. At the same time, I don't know. Sometimes there are some situations where you see like there is a clear win. At any rate. I would like also to ask you, part of your fight purses have been disclosed, and Romero leads the list. Considering that he's a promotional newcomer, do you believe that you deserved more recognition from Bellator as a former champion?
Um, what I will say is Romero comes in with a lot of mystique. He's had a great career, and he's loved by fans all over the world. And he actually brings a very, very dedicated Latin crowd. Man, they filled the SAP Center, and I thought I was going to be the hometown guy. Wrong. So you know what? Listen. to me, it's always about appreciation, and I appreciate where I am in the sport and what I've been able to accomplish. Um, and with that, no, I'm fine with where I'm at. And there's also a lot of things that aren't disclosed. So there's that.
Okay, okay, that's fair enough. As I said, I was talking about the disclosed part of your process, and that's it. You talk about chanting fans. Did you miss having live audiences at your fans at your fights? Sorry.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's nothing like that the energy you get from the crowd, and it's weird. Like this time, the crowd was cheering for Romero, and it doesn't matter if who they're cheering for. You still, as a competitor, as an athlete, you still feed off of that. And yeah, it makes it makes the moment sweeter, is what it does. There's been times where I felt like the moment, oh man, but when things go great, it makes the moment so much better. So absolutely, yeah, I miss the fans.
In the post-fight interview, you compared the situation from the Bellator 266 night to the times when you fought in Brazil. I mean, I understand that there is some difference between the two, but how odd was for you, to have the crowd against you. Let's put it like rooting against you.
Yeah, man. Brazil, I understand. Brazil, it's a
Yeah.
given. You go to Brazil, and a lot of people, they don't understand this. I get it. I've been to Brazil 4, maybe 5 times now. I get it. It's like it. What Americans don't understand is that when you're Brazilian and you have a countryman that's going against an American, they don't care if their guy is the best or not. They're cheering for their guy. If he wins, yes. If he doesn't win, too bad. But we're still going to enjoy and root for him. Like Americans, like you know, I could fight in Pennsylvania where I grew up. And Anderson Silva would have a ton of fans there, as he should, because he's Anderson. But it's just not the same. Man, I love that though. Like when you go somewhere, they're just all for their people. So I love it. I do.
Um, right now, do you agree that you are in kind of a strange position ranking wise or divisional wise? You lost twice to the current divisional champion, Vadim Nemkov, but at the
Mhm.
same time, you are better than the rest of your division. Um, where do you see yourself?
I'm just a dude, and man, I try not to to think above my pay grade, because here's the deal. Um, it's easy to do, and at the end, you only feel disappointed. Um, I could say like, I want this fight. This is how I feel. I feel like I could deserve this. I feel like I deserve that. But I can't. I'm not the boss. You know what I mean? So it's weird. I know I fit in right into the top of the division, and MMA is one of those things where it's constantly rolling dice, and you have to see where you fit in. And I'll be seeing how things shake out in the rest of the tournament, and just kind of go from there.
Mine perhaps is a long shot, but I would like to ask if you plan to move up to heavyweights somewhere in your career.
Um, I don't have that plan in my immediate future, but I would never say never.
You have some history with Ryan Bader. He is still the Bellator MMA heavyweight champion, even though
Yes.
he's taking part in the light heavyweight tournament. Would you consider finishing the trilogy with him in, I don't know, up at heavyweight?
Anything's possible, and I'm open to it all, man. I really am. I'm open to everything.
Okay. Before I let you go, what's next for you?
What's next? That's a hard question to ask. That's a hard question to answer. Right now, some relaxation, and a couple cold drinks, and just some family time, some downtime, and back to training. I really don't want to script who I'm going to fight next or what could be next. Right now, I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen in this tournament, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Sir, enjoy your dreams. Sorry. I kind of lost it at some point, but at any rate, I would like to say it's the emotion. Enjoy your drinks, enjoy your time with your family. It's well deserved. And before I let you go, do you have any last message?
Yeah, I just want to thank all my fans, everybody that watched. Appreciate you guys. This past fight was especially big and meaningful to me. So thank you guys for tuning in.
Sir, thank you again for your time. Congratulations on your recent victory, and hopefully I will hear again from you again in the future.
I'm sure you will.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
All right, later. Bye-bye.